Every time you compare your finished book to someone else's published success story, the comparison gremlin gets louder. Have you ever picked up a successful book in your space and take a look at it, and all of a sudden your confidence, whoosh, gone, and then you can't find it? You don't know where it went. You look at the book and you notice how polished it is, what a strong message it has, how experienced the author sounds. Instead of feeling inspired like you were hoping, you feel defeated. Then you start wondering about your own book. Well, this is already being said. What could I possibly add? And for some authors, that spiral becomes so discouraging, they stop writing their book altogether. This often starts when authors start taking a serious look at books around them. Studying the landscape matters. Every powerful, successful book lives in a landscape. Every book is part of a larger conversation. And when readers pick up a book, they recognize structures, frameworks. These are the things that help the reader understand the book, move through it smoothly. So, looking at books, comparable books, is a good idea. But directly comparing yourself to that author, not a good idea. Instead of studying the book to understand what might work, what might not, how you can add to the conversation, you start comparing yourself with that particular author, how they wrote their book, how they're better, how they have more experience. Rather than looking at it book to book, you start comparing person to person. And that can kill anyone's inspiration and motivation. And then you start thinking that that comparison just means that you're not good enough. But the comparison itself is not the problem. Fear's the problem. Fear that you're not good enough. Feeling like an imposter. Fear it's all being said. Because comparing books is an amazing way to get the insights you can use to really stand out, to help readers through the book, understand the genre and how people in that genre support readers as they read the book. And yet, add to the conversation, not say the same thing, add to the conversation, have unique insights, have unique perspectives, have a unique voice. Other books are not proof that your book should not exist. It's just a way to find your place in the conversation. And they're proof that the reader cares about the conversation. Here at Author Odyssey, we call that the comparison gremlin. And the comparison gremlin comes up when you find a book similar to yours and it makes you think that there's no place for you, your voice, your ideas, your perspective, your insights. And they whisper things like, they wrote a better book. You're not experienced enough. Why do you think you should write a book? There's nothing new to say. You'll never measure up. And the longer you listen to those whispers, the harder it is going to be to get back to your book feeling motivated and inspired, which is what we want you to be as an author. Because when you feel joyful, you're enjoying it, you're enjoying figuring out how to support the author, the reader, you're feeling motivated, you're feeling inspired, you will write a better book. But the comparison journal, it's got weapons. It has the intimidation spiral. That's when you look and you think everyone else is so far ahead of me. It's got the confidence drain, makes you feel small, like you're swirling around and you're going to end up just going down the drain. Or the perspective erasure. It makes you believe that your perspective is not yours, or that it's not good enough, or that somebody else's perspective is better than yours. And when those patterns go deep, authors stop writing, or they continue to write and they hate it, and they feel terrible about themselves as they're writing their book. Or they begin imitating others in hopes that somehow that makes them a better author. We don't want that. So we want to attack the comparison gremlin where it is weak. And the biggest weakness of the comparison gremlin is curiosity. Because when you study books from a place of curiosity rather than fear, you will get a lot more excellent intel to help you write a book. You can get excited when you start seeing ways that you can pull ideas in that other people have not really put together well enough. So instead of asking, how can I measure up? Ask, what can I learn from this? How is this book structured and how might I structure my book different or better? How are they creating clarity? And what can I learn from that so that I can do a really good job too? How are they making promises to readers? What is the promise to the reader? How might I make that next level up promise to my readers? What are the gaps in this conversation that I can fill, that my book can fill? Your book does not have to replace all the other books to be a powerful part of the conversation. People read multiple books on the same topic. You like cats, you're probably going to read a lot of cat books. You like cars, you're probably going to read a lot of car books. It is your job to contribute something meaningful through your experience, your perspective, and your voice. That's what readers connect with. Inside Author Odyssey, we examine these patterns that often stop authors from writing or finishing their books. Because the books on the shelf right now aren't your enemies. They're your neighbors, they're your teachers. They're proof that there are readers out there who want to read about this topic in this genre in your category. They're searching for ideas like yours. If you're out there comparing yourself to other authors and you're feeling small, come join us at Author Odyssey. The link is in the description below, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside.